Hello and welcome to this first video of the mobile automation tutorial with the robot framework and Appium. I had a lot of questions from a lot of you regarding the mobile automation part, so I decided to split my tutorials into two parts. One part for a robot framework tutorial for beginners and a mobile automation tutorial with robot framework and Appium. This is not a tutorial for beginners in robot framework. If you are a beginner, you should go ahead and watch my series on robot framework for beginners, which is in another playlist on my channel. But in this channel, I will teach you how to correctly install and set up your environment with Appium and Android Studio and a lot of other features, so you are able to start automating with robot framework and Appium. We will install the tools together on Windows. If you want to see how you can install them on Mac or Linux, don't hesitate to leave me a comment and I will get back to you on that. Okay, so I won't be getting into details right now about what Appium is and how Appium works. We will cover these subjects as we go along and we install the tool, we start using it, and we start analyzing the way it interacts with robot framework and with Android Studio. So there are some things we need to install for us to be able to automate on mobile. So we are going to install Java JDK, which is necessary for Android Studio and also for you to be able to launch your emulators so you can install and automate applications. We will install Android Studio and then we will install Node.js in order to download and install Appium server using the command line, not the actual standalone application. And when we get to that subject, I will show you exactly why I prefer the server command line application instead of the application that is standalone. Okay, so first of all, we will install and configure Java JDK. We will go to Google and we will simply say Java JDK. We will choose the first link, and if we browse on the bottom of the page, for me, I will need the Windows 64-bit. I will click here, and in order to download this executable, you need to have an Oracle account. So I've already downloaded this executable, so I'm not going to do this again. We will click on the installer, and the installation is very simple. You simply choose next, next, and finish. Once installed, you will have to target the folder where Java JDK was installed, and you need to add an environment variable to your path in order for Android Studio to know where to search for this. Okay, I will open up program files, Java JDK 180. So I will copy this path. I will go to Properties, Advanced System Settings, Environment Variables, and here I will make a variable called Java Home, and I will copy paste the value that I watched earlier. Okay, I will choose OK. Okay, I will close this window for now. I will minimize this because I will have to further install things. Once Java is installed, I can go ahead and I can install Android Studio. Again, with a simple search on Google, I will choose the first link, so download Android Studio. Now, when downloading and installing Android Studio, there are two options. You can install the full package with SDK and with ADB and everything, or you can simply install the command line tools, which will help you interact with your mobile device. If you want to create emulators and run your application through emulators, I suggest you go ahead and download the whole package. So I will install the whole suite of Android Studio. I'll wait for the download to finish. Alright, Android Studio Kit has finished downloading. I will launch the installer and I will follow the same steps I followed when I installed Java JDK, so that means I won't be changing anything from the default installing parameters, and you should see that Android Studio is installing without any problems. Installation has finished, so now I can start Android Studio. I will click Finish, and I will go through a brief settings page in order to configure my IDE. I will simply choose Standard. I will choose a black theme. Here you can find information about different components location. If you are interested, you can go ahead and check them out. I will click Finish, and now all the dependencies and all the updates will be downloaded in order for you to be prepared to launch your Android Studio and your emulator once everything is finished. Alright, it took a while, but the installation is finished, the prerequisites are installed, and now I can start a new project. I'm not interested in choosing activities or other stuff. I'm not even interested in choosing a location, as I won't be doing any actual coding. But I am interested in choosing the minimum SDK, so this is both for developing and for testing purposes. I will choose maybe Android 8.1 as the minimum, and I will click Finish. Now Android Studio should be good to go, up and running. We are not interested in this part of the interface. What we are interested in is this part. So this is the SDK manager, and here we should see that for SDK platforms we already have the Android 10 Plus downloaded. If we want to test on devices with Android 9, we will simply check this checkbox and we will download the proper SDK for the version we want. But all of that we will discuss it later. For SDK tools, in the SDK tools tab, we need to have Android SDK build tools installed, Android emulator in order to be able to create and maintain emulators. I will also install Google USB driver for real devices and Google Play services if you want to create emulators with Google Play installed, so you can download and manage your applications directly using your Google account, and I will also install this accelerator. Once I click apply and OK, I will have to accept, and here as well I will click next, and now all the dependencies will be downloaded. Okay, this is an information message telling me that the system allows for Android emulator to run in an accelerated performance mode, and it will ask me how much RAM am I willing to give to Android Studio to use for that purpose. 2 gigs is okay. Alright, I'll click finish, apply. And this location is very important because this is the root of your Android SDK. So what should I do with it is to create another environment variable. So I will go to environment variable, and here I would choose a new one and have a value like Android home, and the value will be this one. Now going back to my path, I also need to add some new paths for Android Studio. So right now my Android home is set to, say, user. Let me copy this one more time. I'll paste it in here. So what we are going to do is to create 3 more paths. So we will have the platform tools folder, we will have the tools folder and bin, and we will have the emulators folder set to path. Okay, I am no longer needing this window. I will minimize this. So I will go ahead and choose new, and I will say Android home / tools. I will copy this part. I will choose new Android home / build tools, a new one, and Android home / emulator. This will ensure that once you open up a terminal and you want to execute one of these commands that are found inside these folders, you will be able to do it with no problem at all. And I will also choose tools / bin, and I will hit OK, OK, OK. Right. Now with Java JDK installed and Android Studio installed, I will install Node.js. Again, with a simple search on Google. Node.js is a package manager which we will use in order to download and configure Appium. I will put it into the downloads folder. I will install it again with no changes at all. And once it is installed, be sure to have this option checked, add the executable to path, so you are able to download and configure packages. Alright, install, finish, and now I am able to download and install Appium. As I was saying, there are 2 types of installations for Appium. One is terminal based, client line interface based, and the other is a standalone application. So appium.io is the home page. If we go to downloads, we can see that we can download Appium Desktop for Windows, Linux, or Mac. but I prefer the client line interface application because it offers me the possibility to configure and give different desired capabilities to my Appium server, and we will talk about that when we actually start using Appium. So in order to do that, we are going to open up a terminal and we are going to type npm. If this command is successful, that means that Node has successfully installed, and if not, you should check your path to see if the Node executable was added or not to your system path. Okay, in order to install Appium, we will just go ahead and type in npm install -g Appium. At the time of creation for this tutorial, I believe the last Appium is 1.18, which contains a lot of bug fixes and features for both Android 10 and iOS 13. Alright, Android Appium has successfully installed. If I go and say Appium ---- version, there you have it. So the executable is recognized and the version is 1.18.0. In order to check that you have all you need to start automating with Appium, you could also install 𝗵𝗵𝗆𝗆. So the same method, npm install -g 𝗵𝗵𝗆𝗆, and once the downloaded installation is finished, you can simply run this command and it will verify your system for prerequisites and everything you need in order to make Appium run smoothly on your system. We will wait for the download and installation to finish. Alright, installation is finished, so now we will check our installation and see if everything is okay. So I will go and say 𝗵𝗆𝗆. This will check my system. Let's see if we installed everything we needed. I think there will be something we will miss. Yep, the bin directory for Java Home is not set. So in order to do that, I will right click on my PC, properties. I will go to environment variables. I will choose path, edit, and I will add a new path with this syntax. So Java Home \bin. Okay. I will close this terminal because Windows does not take into consideration this type of modifications unless you restart your terminal. And now if I go and run the command again, so Appium -doctor, we have the verification of the system again. And this time everything is good and everything is in place. So this is how you install your environment, and this is how you check to see if everything is correctly installed and configured. Before we start creating emulators and robot framework scripts and all that, we must first install the last piece needed for all of that to work, and that is to have a robot framework library that will contain all the commands needed to pass on to the mobile device in order to automate your application. Okay, the verification is done. So as you can as you may already know, if you want to install a library for a robot framework, you can install it with pip. I'm going to show you very quickly. So for the automation on mobile with Appium, we will use Appium library. The current version is 1.5.0.7, and these are the available commands you can use to automate on mobile. We will discuss about this when we start our automation project. So in order to install this library, I will simply type in pip install robot framework minus Appium library. For me, it's already installed. So if I type in pip list, I can see that Appium Python client is installed and robot framework Appium library is installed. Okay, this was the first video about automation with robot framework and Appium, the preparing of the environment. And starting with the next videos, we are going to jump into using the tools we just installed and configured. So please don't forget to like and subscribe, and I will see you in the next videos.